welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about MOT tests, and there may be a couple of things that you were just not aware of. So as the basics, an MOT is something that a vehicle must take every year after it becomes 3 years old, and there's an option for those of you out there that like to be a bit more prepared than the rest of them, and you can take your MOT up to a month before it's due to run out. Now this, for most people, could be a good thing, but there's also a bad side to it as well that I'm guessing the majority of people may not be aware of. So if you was to take your MOT test early, yes, it would give you 13 months on that new MOT test certificate, but what if it was to fail? Well, you have another valid certificate for a month, right? Yes and no. In terms of insurance, yes, it's still valid for another month. In terms of covering you for your vehicle being roadworthy, maybe not so. And this is where it will catch most people out. So let's say your vehicle fails because of a window wiper, then that doesn't really deem your vehicle unsafe. And yes, I referred to a car then, it's difficult to pick one on a motorcycle. Maybe your wing mirror's knackered. You know, motorcycles don't need wing mirrors. They are actually optional. But if they are on the vehicle, they must be in working order. But that wouldn't deem your vehicle unsafe. Let's say it was more drastic than that, and it failed on your tyres. Doesn't meet the standard tread depth. Well, then your vehicle is unsafe to be on the road. And because your MOT failed, you are aware of this. You know it is unsafe to be on the road. So therefore, your previous MOT certificate, as much as it has an expiry date, will not cover you if you was to be pulled over. And this is where you could get fined even though you have a valid certificate that's in date. Generally, the police tend to go with £100 on spot fine, and you could get 3 points for every defect, possibly leading to a ban. But what if you wasn't to pay the £100 fine, or let's say you are a repeat offender? The £100 on a spot fine may not be for you. There's a chance you could be taken to court and fined £2,500. I mean, how much is a new tyre? Not £2.5 grand, I know that. Possibly you could argue to say the £100 fine on the spot is less than a new tyre, but you could always buy part ones. I mean, the examples that I've used there doesn't just lend itself to the scenario of a failed MOT. I mean, that's pretty standard. You could have an MOT that's passed 4 months down the line, your tyres could be bald. You're still going to get fined, possibly, on the spot for that. But the point of this video was to clear up the debate behind, oh, but I have a valid MOT certificate. Well, no you don't. Those of you who are unaware, that the moment your MOT fails, it gets registered on the national database. So DVLA, the police, they can all see this. They can see that it's failed, and they know that you know it's failed. So there's no, I don't know, there's no getting out of it as such. You are aware that your vehicle is not roadworthy, so even though you still have a month left on your MOT certificate, you don't as such. Not enough to cover you in that way. So that brings you to the question of, is it worth doing it a month early? Well, yeah, of course it is. If you're like me and can't afford to be off the road, then you don't want to be leaving it till last minute. There may be something lurking that needs repairs and you're not aware of it, and that's the whole reason of being able to do it a month early. I'd say the pros definitely outweigh the cons in this situation. Yeah, it could fail, but even if it fails, that gives you enough time to get the repairs done. And then the next point is that if it does fail, and it fails on minor stuff, it doesn't really refer to this, but let's say it fails on a major item. When can you drive it? Where can you drive it? Well, legally you are covered to drive towards an MOT testing station to have it retested, and you are covered to drive it to a services garage for repairs. Other than that, you're not allowed to. So let me know in the comments if you was aware of this. Did you know that you could receive up to a £2,500 fine even though you had a valid certificate? Do you feel that this is another money-making scheme, as people like to say? Is this another way for them to get more money out of you? Oh, out of us, shall we say. I must point out that this video was suggested by another YouTuber to me, who goes by the name of Chaos Moto. I'll put a link in the description for you. Please go check him out. If you like the video, please drop us a like. If you want to see more of these types of videos, please hit the sub button. Or you could just not bother, either way. But I'd like to see comments. I always reply to comments. I like to involve myself within my comments box, shall we say. So anyway, I'm going to shoot off now. I'm just about to get onto the motorway and it's going to get rather noisy, so see you in a bit. Bye.